You won't believe what we found in this week's vlog. Accidents happen, but they're not always bad, and this is probably one of the luckiest accidents we've had on the road on this Scotland trip so far. What we found, we had no idea it was even here. There seems to be a surprise around every corner in Scotland. We were just looking for a park up to work and take Frank for a walk, and that's it. But Scotland had other plans, and this is why we love Scotland. Welcome back, folks. We're Tristan Kes. This is Old Gertie. As usual, Frank, our French Bulldog's asleep, and Murphy, our Norwegian forest cat, is up there.
He's not actually a Norwegian forest cat, but we feel like he very much looks like a Norwegian forest cat.
And so that's what we've dubbed him. Welcome back, Kes.
Welcome back, Tris.
Thanks for everyone joining us, and thank you to all our new subscribers. Welcome to regular viewers. How you all doing? Sunday session time. This week we found, just by chance really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was kind of one of those park ups, you know, when you tend to like settle for the non-epic park ups in between the epic park ups, if
just
that
a day
makes
park
sense.
up.
Just needed to get some stuff done really, wasn't it? So it was more a park up where we were just looking for a spot to be as opposed to a spot for things to see.
Yeah. Last week we had a lovely couple of days at the Isle of Whithorn. Go check that episode out. But it was back to a working week. We hit the road, it was raining. We left the Isle of Whithorn and headed up the road to Newton Stewart to get some supplies, shopping.
They've got a Sainsbury's and Aldi. They've also got an award-winning Butcher's on the high street and Bakers. So make sure you check those guys out. We got some real Scottish treats, don't you know? That was good. That was actually good, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah, answer in the comments if you think Kes's accents or Scottish accents are improving.
I feel like they're improving. Anywho.
Subscriber count.
All Scottish people very offended.
Yeah, no offence meant.
Oh,
by
no,
any
no.
means.
My accents are appalling for every area. Anyway, I make these really hard for Tris to edit because I waffle.
We didn't really want to travel too much more that day because, as we said, we've got work, take Frank for a walk. We had a look on Google Maps and thought, Wood of Cree. I think it was a 13-minute drive, 4.3 miles for those who need to know. Just up, I think it's like a national cycle route up there.
Yeah.
And yeah, just pulled in. Lovely little car park.
I feel like it's relatively new. I feel like it's a relatively new car park.
I don't know. If you've been there, let us know. Is it new? We pulled in. There was, it was a rainy day, so this meant nothing to us. For you guys, there was some lovely picnic benches there, wasn't there?
There were.
I imagine on a beautiful day.
Quite a small car park, wasn't it? It was quite a little one, and there was some forestry workers doing the grass around it. So I don't know. They were actually mowing it down. I don't know if they're making it a little bit bigger. Not sure, but I'd say, it fits about 6 vans.
Yeah, I'd say
about
so.
6 vans, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely, peaceful little area, wasn't it?
Really quiet. Really quiet. The road to get there actually as well. I don't think we saw a couple of cars passing the whole time we were there.
So quiet. A couple of people pulling in, I think, to probably go and see what we ended up seeing.
Well, yeah.
A couple of dog walkers on the whole. It was pretty quiet.
Yeah, it was lovely.
We worked that day, and then in front of us, you could have a little wander down, go and look at that. I mean, as we said, it had been raining a lot, so there was a lot of water moving around. Didn't really want to leave the van because it was absolutely hammering down. You get all your stuff wet. No, I'm not made of sugar. Yeah, right at the end of the day, we were like, let's take Frank for a walk. There was a bit of respite around when we finished work. Got out the van. I jumped out the van first, and I was like, what is that noise? I was like, that's not the river. Is it thunder? And I was sort of looking around. No idea. Literally, I'd done no research on this place apart from where we're going to park up for the day.
Yeah.
Saw there was a little woodland walk trail, a loop walk. You know how much Kes loves a loop walk. Or just going to stop there because if you were subscribed to our newsletter, link in the description, you would have known about all of this last Thursday, just gone. So if you want to stay ahead of the game and see what we're doing up, diary style emails with other hints, tips and hacks on travelling in Scotland at the moment, click the link, get yourself subscribed, and we'll see you in the inbox next Thursday. And add on to that, get yourself over to Instagram because we are outputting lots of Scottish content, guides, places to go, dreamy, peaceful, quiet places that Kes is beautifully crafting, reels, more up-to-date stuff in the stories. But get yourself over there, come and say hi. We'll see you over there. We're also on Facebook and TikTok if that's your thing. It's also Kes's birthday tomorrow, so can everyone wish Kes a happy birthday in the comments for Monday? So you're watching this Sunday, her birthday's tomorrow. Love you, baby. Back to our regular scheduled programme. Yeah. Jumped out of the van, didn't we? Sort of
did.
A lot of noise going on. Realised it wasn't thunder. Crossed the road.
Yeah, literally just behind the car park, straight over, wasn't it?
And off we walked into the woods. And yeah, the sound of the water just kept getting louder and louder. So we kind of knew we were in for something, didn't we?
Yeah, you knew there was some sort of water en route. But I think there was an option of, like, there was a couple of circular walks you could take from the starting point.
Yeah, I think so.
One sort of went up into the woods and one sort of headed more towards the water sound.
Yeah,
didn't it?
so we took that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Headed towards the sound of the water, as you say. We started seeing these waterways. Came across our first little waterfall because it had been raining so much. It was just absolutely pumping.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Gushing it was.
There was a couple of spots we thought, oh, you could probably get in there and dip your feet.
Yeah, have a little swim. Yeah, we certainly didn't try it on that day.
No,
It was
no.
a bit chilly. I
Yeah.
mean, as if a warm wet day would make a difference.
Yeah, it's still going to be cold.
We'd like a cold water paddle. Because it had been raining, the waterfall was very full, so I think it might have been a bit dangerous.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think on a calmer day, yeah, there was definitely some sort of wild swimming spots dotted around, wasn't there?
Beautiful to start off with, wasn't it? We just walked up into the trees and you could hear the water like going mental somewhere. But I think we sort of climbed quite high
Yeah,
within the
it's a
wood.
fair elevation.
Yeah.
I don't know how much.
No,
But
no idea on that. Beautiful being in there, the sound of the water, the green, the trees. Just that alone was quite a marvellous surprise for us, wasn't it?
yeah, it was lovely.
Sort of caught a couple of other sort of, I guess you call them mini waterfalls. I think that's the beauty of coming to Scotland is that there seems to be a waterfall round every corner. Amazing after it's been raining because these things just absolutely kick off. The amount of water that's just flowing around. Carried on the walk, didn't we? It was lovely in there, wasn't it? Very green.
Yeah, well, I think it's also an ancient woodland, so I think during when did the bluebells come out?
Springtime.
In the springtime, it's carpeted in bluebells.
Yeah, I think we
and
did
there are
read that.
like different little information boards about the trees and the animals as you walk around.
Yeah.
So you get to learn a little bit about the forest inhabitants, I should say.
Yeah, wasn't there some information about beetles?
I can't remember if I read that before we went for the
Yeah,
walk.
we
but
chatted about it, didn't we?
Yeah, to keep an eye for rolling leaves, because when you see a rolling leaf, that means beetles have been present. There's lots of beetles in this forest because there's a high population of deer, and beetles like to eat the poo of deer, and then they bury it in the soil that helps regenerate the forest floor.
Yeah, the circle of life, eh?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty sick, wasn't it? Just sort of meandered round the forest. I think we sort of went up to a high point, sort of spotted a few more waterfalls, didn't we? And then there was a really steep bit, which like I went down a little bit, didn't I?
Yeah, you could sort of walk down a steep bit to the top of a big waterfall,
Yeah.
can't you?
But I had inappropriate footwear on, as always. You were quite concerned that I'd chosen to do this, as always. We thought, well, that's it,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, we've done our walk.
Yeah, let's walk down this lovely little sort of stairs through the forest. I think we've gone over a couple of bridges, maybe.
Yes, there
They
were
were-
a couple of bridges.
Yeah,
yes.
they were quite pretty. Ended up back where we started, loop walk style, and then thought, oh, we'll head back to the car park. And then you were like, nah, let's just go down the road a little bit. Frank still needs a bit of walk.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, classic Tristan Kes style. We just walked round the corner, and then you were like, let's go a bit further. Let's go a bit further.
It's when you see a bend in the road, isn't it? You're always like, well, what's round the corner? And then we went round one and it was like, then there was another bend in the road and it's like, what's round that corner?
And so we carried on. The sound of water started rearing its head again.
Yeah.
We were like, well, let's just go a bit further. On our right, with the car park sort of way behind us, we just saw this opening in the trees all of a sudden, didn't we? We tried to have a look on the map. I don't think we can find it.
I think it's one of those paths that's been trodden by humans as opposed to a laid path or
Yeah.
a set path, if you like. We just dipped into the woods, didn't we?
Yeah, and then followed the sound. Ta-da! We sort of walked through some trees and leaves and that. Just found this beautiful, I say massive, there are obviously big ones. It was this massive waterfall, wasn't it? Just,
huge.
it's not marked on the map or anything.
No.
It's mental.
Yeah, no, it's not like a viewpoint or an attraction. It was like a huge waterfall in the woods. It had the most sort of mystical vibe to it, didn't it?
Didn't it?
It was very, very wild, very remote. We were absolutely gobsmacked,
Yeah.
weren't we?
We've said this before, it seems like round every corner in Scotland there's a waterfall of some degree or size. We stumbled across this one and no one else was there.
No, just us
Yeah.
and the waterfall. It was fabulous.
We spent some time there. Frank tried to get in the water and get to the waterfall. That's not a great idea.
But he always, when he hears a waterfall, he always thinks it's time to drink, doesn't he?
Mm.
And so he always always, which I'll be honest, we normally do let him drink from a natural water source. This little guy seems to have picked up a few tummy bugs. Probably should put this in the video. People are like, well, that's because you let them drink dirty water.
No, it wasn't because of that.
No, but also if dogs are off the lead, they go and drink and eat whatever, don't they?
We chilled out there for a bit, enjoyed that, and then we were like, well, let's get back to the van, start our evening, and then we were like, hey, what's that over there?
Yeah.
Missed the signs, didn't we? And there's another, well, not otter pools, but sort of like otter viewing station.
Otter spotter place.
Yeah, that's actually what the workers were there. So it seemed like they were making more tracks to it.
Yeah, because it's an actual sort of purpose-built otter spotter station, isn't it? Where you just look out over the river. It's only like a 5-minute walk from the car park. I think the forestry workers were mowing it down to make it even more accessible for people.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. If you've got mobility issues or pushchairs or anything like that, it's really not far to meander to.
We approached that. Again, I think we were sort of at the wrong time of day to spot the otter. The signs actually said, I think it's in summer, keep your eye out on the path because you might see otters on there.
Oh, I didn't read that.
Knocking around, yeah.
Oh, very clever.
So we spent quite a while there looking out, didn't we? Go, is that an otter?
Yeah.
Is that an otter? And we need to get some binoculars or something.
Yes, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
That'd be a very good idea. But it's normally dawn and dusk you see otters. That's when they're out busy doing their jobs.
Yeah.
So you have more chance of spotting them. But yeah, that was kind of way before dusk, wasn't it?
Yeah, like you say, there's some cool information boards, isn't there? There's like a nice platform that you can just sort of stand at and look at it all. Just the scenery alone was quite beautiful, wasn't it? If nothing else, don't see any otters, just going down there and having a look and taking your camera and that is beautiful, isn't it? Well, I popped out quite a few more times, didn't I? I was like, right, well, I'm going to go out at dusk, even though the weather really wasn't great. And then on my way back from the last time, some tiny little thing out of nowhere, I have a fear of frogs. A little frog jumped out and I caught that on camera and you were like, oh, I'd have picked it up, and it's like, oh, I'm not very good with those things. I saw this tiny little frog. It's probably about that big, quite cute.
Little brown one, wasn't it?
Yeah, let's say, here's the footage of it. You get to see yourself. That was the only wildlife that we got to see out of the otter spotting platform. Then we just settled down for the evening, didn't we? Hammered down with rain.
It was a bit of a grimbled day, wasn't it?
After having such a lovely weekend of back in shorts and t-shirts. Yes. Watching the sunset, what was it, the Saturday night?
Yeah.
That was mental. And then, like the seasons had all changed again.
It's what you expect in Scotland, guys. 4 seasons, 1 day. We've said it enough and we'll continue to say it because it is so true.
Yeah, it was mad. Chilled in for the evening.
A very quiet evening, I should add. I don't think there was another van with us overnight.
No, we're the only ones.
Just us and the sounds of birds and nature and water and we did not expect to find such a blissful, peaceful little place, did we?
Yeah, with so much to sort of see and do, all by chance and by accident.
Yeah.
Which that should be, I don't know, some sort of motto for Scotland, like you'll never believe what's round the corner.
Yeah, that's quite good. I like that. That's very good. Yeah, very true.
Maybe that should be the title of this video. I don't know. Waking up the next day, it was kind of, it was a bit wet again, but it was like this lovely, we had a little wander over back to the otter spot platform because we thought, hey, that's dusk, dawn, that's the time to go and see more otters. I felt like I saw some things moving. I think they might have just been wood. There was all the mist just sort of coming up and coming off of the river. What a lovely way to end our park up there. The next park up that we are off to and going to show you, I think is even better than this one. And again,
they just keep getting better, don't they, in all honesty.
We stumbled across this one. We just, we didn't want to travel far for the next one that we take you to, and this just blew us away, didn't we? Yeah,
I mean, words can't describe the beautiful views from that walk.
Yeah.
They were just, and this was actually a park up we found that wasn't on park night, was it? I'm talking too much.
Yeah.
Give you a little tease. It is a very cool spot.
Locks, 5-mile loop walk, beautiful sights, rivers and waterfalls again. Make sure you tune in next week to check that one out. Thank you for watching the video, liking, subscribing, being a Buy Me a Coffee channel supporter, and everything else in between. And like we say, thank you to all the new subscribers to the channel.
Love you all.
We love you all. We love Scotland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below whether you've been here or where's your favourite place to go in Scotland.
Ooh, that's a good one. Like that.
And hit that bell notification so you don't miss another one of our videos. And remember, stay curious, keep adventuring, and we'll see you on the road. And bye for now.